Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Jerry. And we are the Military Collectibles Shop. Welcome to another edition of What's New at the Military Collectibles Shop. We haven't been able to do these for a little bit because we've been busy cleaning the Military Collectibles Shop. Because we got some events going on. Woo! Which you'll see another video thereof after the event. But for now, you get the normal what's new. And we did get some kind of cool stuff in, some unusual stuff. Mostly a collection of World War II Army Air Corps and Army Air Forces stuff. So we wanted to share that with you, because that's what we do here.
This is a bunch of cool stuff.
It's a really neat collection. Yeah, there's a variety of stuff. I tell you what, let me get the stuff that's not Army Air Force stuff out of the way, and then we'll move on to the Army Air Force stuff.
Is this not Army Air Force? Well, it could be, but I'm not sure that they actually toss grenades between planes and stuff. But
I'll get you. Yeah, no, that's actually a really cool World War II Mark II grenade, high explosive, with the yellow band around the neck indicating high explosive. The pineapple or fragmentation grenade. In all seriousness, always treat every piece of live ordnance. Always treat every piece of ordnance as if it's live until you know for sure it's not. This stuff was not meant to be played with. Don't screw around. Whatever it's worth, it's not worth your life. People keep blowing up because of things, so be sure you know what you're dealing with. Like with a loaded weapon, you treat every weapon as if it were a loaded weapon. Same thing with ordnance. Treat every piece of ordnance as if it were live. And if you're unsure, call your local bomb squad. We've had to call the bomb squad a few times.
yes.
But we're still here. Okay. So yeah, that's a really cool Mark II grenade. This actually came into the shop, which was very cool. This is obviously a Marine Corps flag. And the nice thing about this one is we were actually able to get some history from the guy, because we got it from the actual Marine who took it off. This came off the naval ship, the Hunley, as it was being decommissioned. So very nice, very heavyweight rayon with the chain stitching. Just a beautiful, beautiful flag. Nice EGA on it. Really excited to get that one. Also, in the world of flags, got a nice World War II Japanese silk flag, the Raid flag, the Rising Sun. So nice, kind of heavier silk with the ties on it. A little unusual. Usually you see the corner ties, but this is nice. Nice shape. So that was cool. Happy to get that. But then those of you who have been following along from home know that I like to collect flags. Alright.
So you'll see that these flags probably won't be coming up for sale.
Yeah, the Japanese one might be. The Marine Corps one, no, I'm going to hang on to that one for now. Also got in an SKK dagger. World War II German motorcycle corps, or motor corps, technically. They were the guys who knew how to drive. It's very important to have a friend who drives. So this is just like an SA dagger, but instead of the brown painted scabbard, it's a black painted scabbard.
So these guys were the designated drivers.
These
for
were the
the
designated
SA?
drivers, exactly. Because the SA, they throw back pretty good, so someone had to get them to the rallies. It was the NSKK guys. But a nice early piece. The maker is, I can't read, upside down. Spalten der.
That sounds like a
München. From Munich, a Munich maker,
Wow.
kind of a rare maker. Missing the ring, at least for now. So, Okay. And then one other German piece. This is a cutoff piece from the Shuma. The Shuma were sort of like the Eastern peoples, kind of pressed into service to perform policing duties in occupied territories.
If we come back to this dagger for a second, doesn't this look like it had the horizontal hanger on it? Because
Oh,
the
I
way
didn't
the
get that. I knew there was
paint is,
something different. Yeah.
gone from the rest of it.
All right. Excellent point,
Yeah,
Mark.
because they must have got beer spilled on this part of the dagger, but not on this part.
We don't know what it's like spilling beer on things, do we?
Ugh,
How's that tank destruction strip of yours?
still smells like beer.
All right, this is kind of cool. This is actually from the Army Air Force collection. It's the world's smallest duffel bag. No, it's actually a part of a bundles for blue jackets. So these would have been gifts that they would have given to sailors. I think this actually had a scarf. I think we might have the scarf. I think we got the scarf, and then
Oh yeah.
this is the bag. So that was kind of cool. All right, pick us something.
Let's see what time it is. Ooh, look at that. Really nice World War II U.S. wristwatch.
That's cool.
I didn't try winding it up, and I'm not going to try and
Who's the
wind it
maker?
up. The arms keep covering that up.
Waltham. Yeah, nice World War II watch. Very popular. I used to wear one until I wrecked one, and I felt bad. I'm not wearing one.
I think this is a box of for knitting needles or U.S. Army Air Force.
7-inch divider.
It's the lightweight one.
Okay. Right. I don't know what that is. But we have a box for it.
This one feels kind of heavy. Well, it's got all sorts of stuff in it. This is a pilot's navigation kit, U.S. or Air Force, United States Army. It's got maps
Oh, dog tags.
and dog
Ooh,
tags.
this is a grouping. I remember the guy saying this was a guy's stuff. Oh, this is cool. This is a flak map showing you the places not to fly because of high concentrations of flak. You'll notice it mostly seems to be over Germany and France. So yeah, this is dog tags.
Yeah, he's got 3 sets of dog tags. He must have been losing a lot of them.
There's some other documentation, some of his records, some bomb run photos,
Ooh, yeah.
more bomb run photos. Oh, a picture of the bomb. Oh, that's neat. Bomber actually dropping the bombs. That's a B-24. So, and more lead crew commendation. Oh, I've never seen one of these. That's neat. So it's for a combat crew from the 445th Bombardment Group. Oh, boy, who's just... Tim, were you just asking what bomb group? Oh, I'll have to look. Somebody was asking about a specific bomber group. It was Tim, I remember that. But I don't remember the bomber group. But I have it written down. But yeah, this is cool.
Here's some more pictures. There's,
Want some more pictures?
yeah, let me spill the rest of the stuff on the ground. Oh yeah, more
Tom, you're
pictures.
wrecking history! It's an inside joke.
Okay, I'll try not to wreck history. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'll set this over here.
There you go. This one's just empty. There. And now back to Mark.
This one's heavy.
I was going to say, Bombardier's case, type heavy.
It's filled with bombs. Oh. Student pilot handbook.
I've always wanted to learn how to fly.
Lessons that live as told by AAF pilots.
Don't fly over the flak areas.
parachute sense. Wait,
Don't parachute into the propeller.
apparently it's okay to smoke on the way down.
That's fine.
You got them. Air Battle of Malta.
Oh, cool. Shout out to Scott, who was in Malta for a year.
Pilot's information file. Restricted.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
I
not
should-
authorized.
I shouldn't show you that. I'm gonna zip this part so it doesn't all spill off into the.
The nether regions.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. What the
Oh.
heck is that? It's a mail-in.
It's a thing for figuring stuff.
Is that for a bombardier? Because that would make sense.
It is a Z. I am Zorro.
Oh, this is some type of computer altitude correction thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, these are neat. I've never seen some of these before. Because like they had like if your gauges go kaflooey on the planes, which they seem to do that a lot because of weird magnetism and the Devil's Triangle and all that other stuff that's up there, aliens. So pilots had to learn how to fly using like flight computers, which are basically just little dialy things. But I've seen like the made ones before, but these ones were like somebody put these together. These are like field made computers, you know, with the different. Like this is a bombardier one, time of run sighting angle computer. So you set your speed and it figures out your angle, you know, it does all the math for you. This one too, it's almost made out of like photo negatives, but they made this.
Wow, that's
You know?
cool.
Yeah, that's I thought that was really neat.
There was like some.
Because yeah, we've had a whole bunch of the actual made ones, you know, the wartime, which are good pieces too. You know, I suppose if you need to, I don't want to fly having to use a little disc. More maps.
Yeah.
All right, so that's cool though. Neat stuff. And pencils. You know, period pencils. Period eraser.
And imagine you could just write with the eraser,
This one,
Ooh, an emery board.
you know, actually what it is, and because I didn't know what this was, it is an emery board, but it's not an emery board. It's for sharpening pencils. That's
When I was in high school, we actually had these.
really?
Yeah.
Wow, you're much older than I thought.
Mechanical drawing class. Can you imagine? You used pencils.
You didn't
And
have
then-
mechanical pencils?
And no, you didn't.
What's the mechanical part?
You had like a F2 and an F4. That was like the hardness of the pencil. But yeah, you'd sharpen them and then you'd like really sharpen them with these things. It's like, wow. I guess that dates me a bit.
There's a whole bunch of notes on, you know, like when they went to school or whatever. Altitude compensation. Technical manuals. Oh, these are neat. The bomber manuals.
His leather name tapes for his.
Oh, that's cool. Operation of the C1 autopilot. Ooh, why, you just turn that knob on. Oh, remember that in airplane when they activated the autopilot, and then he was leaking, so she had to fill up his valve.
And he was smiling.
And he was smiling. Pilot logbook. That's cool. See if we did anything. December 7th, bomb Pearl Harbor. Oops.
That's the Japanese
Right,
version.
yeah. I flew a
Look at-
Stearman. That's a trainer. Good,
His,
so much training
His
stuff.
business cards.
Oh yeah, that was
James Lloyd Langdon,
that was very popular at the
first
time.
lieutenant.
When you would call upon someone, you would leave your calling card.
So if you're captured, you didn't have to keep repeating things. You could be
Name, rank, and serial
handing
number. Here you go, chap. All right, we got some manuals. These are really good, especially if you have a plane and don't know how to operate it. This one is for the B-17. This one is for the B-25. This one's for the P-47. The Jug, they used to call that one. That was cool. I knew a P-47 pilot. He lived just a couple blocks over that way. Neat guy. A B-24. I always liked the B-24s, the Liberators. Kind of neat plane. The B-29s. Apparently we have two for the B-29s. The red or the blue. Not sure what the distinction is.
What's the color of the day?
Right?
Oh, there's some more advanced single engine flying. Does it mean it was simpler to fly with 4 engines? I don't think so. The Polar Guide. Ooh.
Flying over cold weather. Looks like a B-29 on the cover.
Yeah, it is.
Got to go in the B-29 Fifi. That was cool. And just a little Star Wars connection. That's actually where they got the inspiration for the Millennium Falcon cockpit. It's from the B-29.
There's a bunch of.
Of course, technically, the Millennium Falcon happened a long, long time ago, so that would have came first. So maybe the B-29s were inspired by the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. There's a bunch of bombing tables.
Those are good.
Yes.
A lot of times we'll get, these for all the different bombs.
Oh, yeah.
800 pound, 1,600 pound bomb. Wow. 1,400 pound bomb. Wow. Those are some big bombs.
Wow. Here's a Red Cross bag that was, I think they took a pair of engineers' overalls and cut
What do they
up
call that
and-
material? Seersucker? Or is that just what they call the girls' material like that?
This was this pattern was used for a steam operator that had 20 years or more experience on a train.
So it's like a rank thing?
Yeah, actually, the stripe material was kind of a
Oh, that's
almost
awesome.
a rank thing.
I had no idea.
The rest of the guys just had just regular jean material.
Wow. So you could easily identify the
The lead-
operator.
yeah, the blame goes onto that guy.
Right, yeah. Has anyone seen Bart? Okay, this is a Bombardier stopwatch. Apparently it's stopped right now, so we'll just leave that. You never want to crank a watch too much because that's how you break springs.
We have a couple of pilots' hats. Or flying hats that... Oh, here it is. It says property, U.S. Air Forces, blah, blah, blah.
We should give it back.
It's a type 8-6.
This one's kind of cool. I've never seen one like this before with the weird ears.
Oh, so somebody could...
Yeah. Hello!
Uh,
Almost looks Navy. But the Navy had some weird stuff.
so these are both different too. Because,
Yeah, one's got the avionics, the earphones. Speaking of earphones, we did get a bunch of different earphones. So these are some of the earlier type with the earlier type of earphone cups.
That's not a very long cord. How could you really get into a good song?
You had to be plugged in. No, they had extender cables. This is so you could unhook and walk around. You are now free to walk about the cabin. But these look great, on a crusher, visor hat, or on a flight helmet. Just always nice to find. Nice to find them intact with decent rubber. A lot of times the rubber's gone.
Ooh, goggles.
Nothing worse than not having a rubber when you need one.
Oh, look at these.
All right, so yeah, a couple early goggles. These aren't the AN 6530s that are.
It says USAC, U.S. Air Corps.
Yeah, so these are the type B7s. So the eyes were a couple little differences. The eyes were singular. Of course, that one's paired up. I don't know. Anyways, they're B7 goggles. They're early. I know that much. Speaking of early, I also got this hat in. Early, some kind of cloth flight helmet of some unknown type. Some label that I can't get to. Wolf Marks and Company, San Antonio, Texas.
Maybe he's flying his horse.
Wasn't it Texaco that had the flying horse?
Oh, yeah. Mobile.
Mobile. You see, what do I know?
Oh, look at this.
More stuff.
Yeah. This seems to be a United States Maritime Service softy something.
We don't see a lot of maritime service things, you know, for whatever reason.
Hankies.
See, now you know where to put your hankies.
Oh, that's nice.
A couple more airspeed computers, and oh, that one's trippy.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the crashing computer. Impact in 3, 2, 1.
We got a silk map here. And
Sure, nice. Where's it from?
Belgium.
Oh, okay.
And
That's a good one. That was the one that was issued to the
Holland.
airborne troops,
in France.
among others. Also got the escape map. Map C and D and E and F. Maps only. Of course, not only does it contain maps, which has the silk maps, also France and Belgium and Germany, but it also comes with the escape
Oh,
compass
jeez.
and the rare
Oh man, I stepped on it. No, I didn't step on it.
and the rare
I'm not a destroyer of history.
hacksaw blade. You know, for when you get captured. One guy would hide the compass somewhere, and the other poor guy got the saw blade.
Oh. Okay. So that wasn't in case you needed to saw a hole in the plane to get out.
You know, necessity is the mother of invention.
There's a
Or was that Frank Zappa?
there's a
Protractor?
protractor ruler combination.
Good for finding angles.
Oh.
Yeah, so neat. Some more books. There's just a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of little bitty stuff. 25 missions. The story of the Memphis Belle. That's cool. Combat crew. Get that fighter. You know, there's so much of this little stuff in here. Even this thing. This is a Case Bombardiers type. Is it an E or B? E2?
E2.
E2 Brute. Very cool collection. There's one more piece I want to share with you that I think is really cool. It's a World War II Army Air Force chair from a bomber. So I'm not exactly sure at this point which bomber it was in. If you look at the nose of the B-17s, they kind of had one like this. There was also a navigator position in the B-29 that kind of had one like this. So I'm trying to identify the by the feet pattern and the way it mounts. because there's actually a couple that utilize the same kind of configuration. Basically looks kind of like an office chair, but then we've also got the seat belt. It keeps you from flying around. But I thought that was really cool. And if you're setting up a mannequin, you could actually do a really cool bombardier mannequin in all the flight gear, because they make the mannequins who are sitting down, and you could put them on the chair.
Well, there was a couple of office parties I went to that having seat belts on the chairs would have been a good idea. That's cool. If somebody that owns a B-17 could call us in with some information.
Yeah, so any of you prop heads that might know something, let us know. Then we'll all know,
There's some... these are naked ladies.
You can't go wrong with good material.
Well,
All right, time to put the kids to bed.
These are decks of cards, but they're not appropriately dressed.
Maybe it's hot wherever they are.
Oh, that could be. Ooh.
It's getting hotter here. Okay, well, we can't share these, but we did get some cool Varga stuff and period things. What are those?
I'm not sure, but they're individually wrapped. And looks like some type of divider of some sort of.
I wonder if that goes with the other divider that we have. The 7-inch. This one being, I have no idea.
There's some numbers and stuff.
Very important.
Yeah. Oh, these are like shims. Hey.
If your plane is leaning, just shim it up.
Yeah, there seems to be a bunch of cool stuff, and it's like I don't know what these shims are for. Oh, they're M44, M34 shims.
Great, now we know.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm glad they stayed up for that
Yeah,
one.
thanks for hanging around. You guys know as much as we do. Okay, so again, some cool stuff. Again, kind of love the Army Air Force stuff. Don't see a lot of it. Neat to get in a nice collection of stuff. Some great manuals, some great headphones and goggles and gear and a grouping and some bags and some aviator bags and blah blah blah.
In a divider box. Too.
Yeah, the rare Army Air Force divider, 7-inch. I'm sure if you needed one, it came in handy. So happy to get this stuff, and yeah, we're so happy you could actually join us. We're glad to get this out there again. So thanks to all of you who subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and then you'll get notifications every time we put out one of these wonderful videos, which hopefully will be sooner than later. And as always, email us if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Visit the website. We're always getting orders in. We're always updating the website. Unlike other dealers who pick a special day and then update the website, our website's kind of constantly being updated. So we don't always have a big, a lot of fanfare about it. New stuff just gets put on it. So we're going to be going through this stuff fairly soon, trying to get that on. We're trying to get more things on. We got a couple more guys working for us, which is awesome. Mark's been doing more, which is good. The spelling's getting better. So that's
They're
good.
letting me use a computer now instead of an Etch-a-Sketch.
But thanks for joining us. We couldn't do this without each and every one of you. We appreciate having you. Well, I suppose we could, but nobody'd be watching them. But we appreciate having you on the other side, because it is great to hear back from all of you and talk to you and find out what you're collecting and what's been going on in your world. So keep collecting, and especially shout out to all of our worldwide friends. This is a really neat hobby in that it really unites a lot of different people from a lot of different places. As our friend Alex, the Russian, has said, countries are countries, but people are people. It's great. We've got friends in in the UK, in the Netherlands, in Norway, in France, Belgium, Germany. We've got friends in Mexico,
Canada?
Yeah, a lot of my relatives up there.
Still hiding from the draft, huh?
Hey now, no, they just live there. They choose to live there. You just go
they're
there.
still afraid of coming back.
You just go there to fish.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got their revenge with the Moosehead beer that apparently no Canadian actually drinks. Australian, we've got some Australian friends. New Zealand, just had a customer from New Zealand, so thanks for that.
We have like China.
Down under, yeah, Chinese customers. Yeah, we got customers all over the world. So it's great to hear from you, where you're at, what you're collecting. And we appreciate you watching these videos. So keep doing it. Remember to subscribe, and we will talk to you again soon. Until next time, I'm Jerry.
And I'm Mark.
And we are the Military Collectibles Shop.